Hi, it's Charity Hyams here, and I just wanted to talk quickly about what to do almost directly after your spouse's death. And I'm going to sort of skip over basically the first week and the funeral, but there's a crap ton to do that week too. One, make sure you have enough death certificates, because there will be some places that will take a copy of the death certificate, and there will be others that will only take an original. So I got, I think, 10, and it was a little bit too many. But some, if a credit card company is picky, or bank loan on something, they might request a real death certificate, and you don't want to just have one that you can't get rid of or can't give to someone. So it's always good to have, I would say, probably 5. If you haven't yet, and your spouse worked, especially in a W-2 setting, your children most likely will be entitled to death benefits, and you might also be. And so calling Social Security and setting up an appointment is definitely a step you should take if you have not yet. Childcare, in the first couple of months, and honestly, it continues on for sure. Setting up a good place that when you need to get things done that you can't take your child to, such as Social Security appointments, setting up, and especially in the time frame where people are really asking you, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do, setting up childcare. And sometimes, and I hear this a lot, and we'll talk about this later, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, what can I do? And you're going to tell them what they could really help you with, and they're going to be like, well, is there something else? No, just I don't usually, I stopped giving people that many options if I needed something done. It was just like, I need someone to watch my kid from this time to this time on this day. And I remember that there was sometimes that I couldn't find someone, and I would even post it on social media before my page was what it is now. I need a babysitter from this time to this time, and you can always pick who you leave your kids with and not tell whoever you didn't pick why. Big decisions, if you can avoid them, leave them for later. It's not time to plan what your next step is in the first couple of weeks when you're in shock. If you aren't financially bound to deciding big decisions at this moment, it's time to step back from them and be like, okay, I'm going to wait until I feel more like myself. Having one central location to update people is going to be important. So if you don't have I had a Caring Bridge page. Other people do like a Facebook group. If you don't want to, I didn't want to put everything out there on my Facebook page. So if you can make a Facebook group, and it's just, Hyams Family Updates, whatever you want to call it, but you can make it private, and if something happens, you can post there, and you don't have to repeat it 28 different times to 28 different people that are going to give you 28 different responses that you are probably not ready to hear or listen to, which that is 100% okay too. And the last and most important is you're going to be in shock. And shock means, things aren't necessarily going to Like some people in shock, it doesn't touch as much. Some people in shock can't move. Some people in shock might have, you know, more violent response, not violent, but bigger responses. Whenever you're feeling grief, feel it, let it in, express it. You know, if you're ending up on the kitchen floor crying, just do it. Because when we release those emotions, if we let them roll through us and come through us and out the other side, there will be a moment that you can stop crying. It might take a while. It might take a while in the beginning, and in the middle and in the end. But let yourself feel those emotions. And it's healthy for your children to see grief in a real way. There's nothing strong, like we pretend that being strong would be not feeling anything, but you're not a robot. You can't be, you won't be. It's somewhere. Just express it, let it out. I mean, I cried in the grocery store. I cried in the closet. I cried in the shower. I cried in front of my kids. I cried wherever I was, because it is healthier to live those emotions, release the serotonin, and maybe you have a chance of feeling a little bit better that day instead of just shoving it down and feeling worse. So that's my top tips that are past the hospital and past the burial for you all. And just remember, like, be easy with yourself. This is real stuff. This is nothing. We'll get into it later, but there is no step program. You're not going to feel denial and then, all of the other steps and then it's going to be over. It doesn't work that way. So let go of your timetable, let go of your judgment of yourself, and just embrace that this is a long process. And wherever you are is okay. So much love. We'll talk tomorrow.